They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Oh, yeah.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready. Look the plan. 51. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. You go to the right feet.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Room to run inside the 40. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Hunter Renfrow, 51 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Raiders 14, Cardinals nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Curtis Riley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check right, check right.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 30 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set, watch out. Check right 54, line 54. Your track, your track.
First down, Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there, and I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that one.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. 45 yards, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Time to end it. Silver. Go, Mike 51.
Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the dessert. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
At their own 23-yard line.
What now? What at him? What?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
He's checking.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. He may try. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen is for his running back, McCoy. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, that's complete, right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tackles.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 29 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing now is Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On play action, now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
58's the money. 58's the money. So don't say hey, do. 58, boy, 58. 58's the money. Easy, kill.
To throw, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. Here now Roberts. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
And here's Allen to throw again. back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Allen. He finds McCoy. That's it for the first half. 2 more. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 24. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that takes us from second to third down.
70, Indy. Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Raiders 21, Bills 10. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack on first down, Allen, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Harris now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We're good. 180.
Check 37.
Raider 2. Greystone travel.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down. 180. At the Bills' 45-yard line.
Mike 49. Too little time.
White Monday.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Raider 1st down.
Down. 280.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw his Carr. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
54. I got one. 56.
Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
51. Watch the pass. 51, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He completes it to Jones. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Skirts by him at the 35. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
What's the run? They're running it.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Carr to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all